The Palestinian people have endured a decades-long struggle for their homeland. This struggle is rooted in the events of 1948, a year etched in Palestinian memory as the Nakba, or catastrophe. It marked the beginning of their dispossession from their ancestral lands. This essay will explore the historical context of the conflict, the harsh realities of life under Israeli occupation, and the ongoing pursuit of justice and self-determination for the Palestinian people. For Palestinians, the Nakba is not just a historical event but a lived reality. It's a wound that continues to bleed with each passing generation. Understanding the Palestinian struggle requires acknowledging this historical trauma. It requires recognizing the ongoing displacement, dispossession, and denial of fundamental rights that define the Palestinian experience. The international community bears a responsibility to listen to Palestinian voices. They must understand their narrative and work towards a just and lasting solution. The Palestinian struggle is not just a regional conflict. It is a global issue with profound implications for human rights, justice, and peace. The year 1948 witnessed the creation of the State of Israel. It also witnessed the expulsion of over 700,000 Palestinians from their homes and lands. This mass displacement, known as the Nakba, remains a deeply traumatic event in Palestinian history. Families were uprooted, villages destroyed, and a whole people scattered. The Nakba was not an accident of war. It was a systematic and planned expulsion. Zionist militias, aiming to establish a Jewish state in Palestine, used violence and intimidation to drive out the Palestinian population. This dispossession continues to this day. The right of return for Palestinian refugees is enshrined in international law. However, Israel has consistently refused to acknowledge this right. This denial of return lies at the heart of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Since 1967, the West Bank and Gaza Strip have lived under Israeli military occupation. This occupation permeates every aspect of Palestinian life. Palestinians face daily restrictions on their movement, access to resources, and ability to live normal lives. Checkpoints, ubiquitous throughout the West Bank, control the movement of Palestinians. These checkpoints cause long delays, separate families, and restrict access to healthcare, education, and work. The Gaza Strip, under a crippling blockade for over a decade, faces dire humanitarian conditions. The blockade restricts the flow of goods, medicine, and essential supplies, pushing the population to the brink of collapse. Palestinians endure systematic discrimination in housing, employment, and legal rights. They are denied basic freedoms of movement, expression, and assembly. Section 4. When silence equals complicity, human rights violations in Palestine. The Israeli occupation is characterized by systematic human rights violations. Palestinians experience routine violence, arbitrary detention, and extrajudicial killings. Israeli airstrikes on Gaza, often targeting civilian areas, have resulted in thousands of deaths, including many women and children. The expansion of illegal Israeli settlements in the West Bank further exacerbates the conflict. These settlements, deemed illegal under international law, confiscate Palestinian land, displace families, and violate Palestinian rights. The international community's failure to hold Israel accountable for its actions enables the continuation of these abuses. The silence of the international community in the face of these violations is deafening. It is a silence that perpetuates injustice and fuels the cycle of violence. Section 5. A legacy of resilience. The Palestinian spirit endures. Despite facing immense adversity, the Palestinian people have demonstrated remarkable resilience. Their spirit remains unbroken. Their commitment to justice and self-determination remains unwavering. Palestinian civil society continues to resist the occupation through peaceful protests, legal challenges, and cultural expression. Across the globe, a growing movement for Palestinian rights is gaining momentum. From university campuses to the halls of government, people are raising their voices in solidarity with Palestine. This global solidarity offers hope. It reminds Palestinians that they are not alone in their struggle. The Palestinian story is one of resilience, resistance, and the unwavering pursuit of freedom. It is a story that demands attention, empathy, and action.